Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 25 with the San Francisco Giants. We are in or getting ready to start year 3 already. Getting ready to start year 3. Year 1, 91 and 71. We actually underperformed our Pythag by 5 games, ended up making the World Series, lost in Game 7. Last year wasn't quite as good. 82 and 80. We had to make a lot of changes between year 1 and year 2. We had a lot of players that were signed to short-term deals, so we had a lot of holes that needed to be plugged. And I think we did an okay job sort of retooling on the fly. I think we did an okay job retooling on the fly. This past offseason, we didn't make a ton of changes, especially offensively. We added Jose Trevino to be our starting catcher. I figure if I'm going to have a catcher who's not going to hit, he may as well be elite defensively, and that's what we're getting out of Trevino. So we signed him to a 2-year, $12 million contract. I think that was the only move we made offensively. I did make a trade, which I'll show you in a second. From a pitching perspective, we traded for Jesus Luzardo. 12-9, where is it? We sent Miami Luis Toribio, a 25-year-old corner infielder. Has a little bit of power. Doesn't look all that special. Was pretty good in Sacramento, but and Adrian Sugiste, who is who was probably our best catching prospect. Decent bat. He's okay with the glove. We got them to retain 45% of his contract for this season. So we're only paying Luzardo like $5 million. And then we signed him to a 2-year, $26 million extension. Felt like a no-brainer. And then we also picked up, where is he? Aaron Bummer. Signed Aaron Bummer to a 3-year, $18 million contract. The magic number was $6 million per year. Everybody we signed to a $6 million-ish contract. That's what we signed Trevino to as well. So added Bummer to the rotation. And then the trade that we made, we'll call it a dummy tax, I don't know, a getting out over your head tax, whatever you want to call it. But we traded Josh Naylor. We traded Josh Naylor to the New York Yankees. We only had to retain 35%. The more I thought about it, the more I just his bat is okay against righties, but I didn't want to get to a point where I couldn't trade him. So we traded him and we ate 35% of the contract. So it's 4.9. So we're going to pay him $5 million because we made the decision too early to re-sign him. All right, it happens. And we had to send a couple of prospects. So Rainer Arias is a pretty good 19-year-old outfield prospect, good defensively. I don't know if the bat will ever come along, but not bad. And then everybody else was, they were just extra pieces. Jonah Cox is a 24-year-old, and William Kempner is a 24-year-old middle reliever. And in exchange, we get a couple of infielders, 23-year-old Jared Serna, who's going to start in AAA, and Oswald Peraza. Looks pretty good. Put up 2 WAR for the Yankees a year ago. So we pick up a couple of decent infielders. We send Naylor to the Yankees, retaining 35%. So those are the moves that we made in the offseason. Now we've got to shrink down our minor leagues, our major league roster. We have 40 players on our major league roster. So if we start with pitchers, Eric Miller. So we have 18. We got to send 5 down to the minors, huh? Mason Black. Excuse me. Ethan Small. My guess is that all these guys won't go. We'll see. Yeah, Spencer Howard. I'm going to have to DFA him unless somebody wants him. I would rather keep Howard than Garrett, I think, at this point. He's a lefty. We got plenty of lefties. I'm not worried about the left-right thing. Dabovich. So does anybody want? I don't think anybody's going to want Amir Garrett, right? Yeah, no one's going to want him. And I can't imagine we can send him to the minors. Yeah, we can't. So do we go Howard, 60, 50, 50, 95 to 97. He's 29 years old. I think we DFA Garrett just because Howard has got, he's still ARB eligible, so he's still under team control. I think that's probably the best move. All right. So Canning. Ooh, so Luzardo was our worst pitcher during spring training, but obviously we're not gonna take it's either gonna be Canning or Boyd. Canning wasn't particularly good last year. His ratings suggest he should be better than this, though. All right, he's the other one we signed. We signed Griffin Canning to a 2-year, $12 million contract. And I think it's gonna be Boyd with a 5-man rotation. Set everybody at 110 pitches. Let's see what it wants to do with our bullpen. Yeah, Mason Miller is our closer. Pivetta and Puck as our setup men. I'm fine with that. Zapuki as our middle relief, which is fine. We're going to have Bummer as a middle relief / specialist as well. Boyd will go in as middle relief / a long relief. So it'll look like that. Yep, Mason Miller, Pivetta, and Puck, Zapuki, Boyd. We're heavy on lefties, which is fine, I guess. Yeah, we're okay against lefties. All right, so we have to send a crap ton of batters down. We have to send 8 batters to the minors. So let's set this by position. So Bart and Bailey are both going to go down. Bart can't go down. All right. 65, 65, 60 for Ali Sanchez. 55, 60, 65 for Bart. They're both captains. I think we're going to stick with... Oh, wow. Okay, so neither of them can be... Neither of them can be demoted. No one wants Joey Bart, right? I mean, we may just DFA him, which is a damn shame, but... All right, Joey Bart, DFA. Serna to AAA, Fitzgerald to AAA. Casey Schmitz. Ooh, I love Casey. I forgot about him when I started this playthrough, but after remembering what he did for us last year, it's like, do I really want to send him to the minors? Nick Ahmed is getting DFA'd, I think. He's good against lefties. Ramos. I sent 3 more players down. Velazquez. I mean, I can't keep both. I mean, Peraza is not that good. Does he start in AAA? Can't. Okay. Schmidt. So we gotta send 2 more down still? Yeah, 2 more. We have 13 pitchers. Okay. I really don't want to send Otto Lopez down. $70 contact against lefties. How do you send that to the minors? Ahmed. I'm going to stick with Ahmed, I think. Oh, no. Okay, so we're at that point. So 2 of these guys have to go to the minors. I like the defense of Ahmed. I do. He's still really, really good in the field. Alec Thomas. Now we only have to send one down. But again, now I don't really have a bat. Well, I guess I have 4 outfielders. I should be fine there. Lopez, Ahmed, or Peraza? Contract number for next year's $3 million. He's only 25. Otto Lopez is... I think Otto Lopez is the better player. Oh, I don't know. I mean, looking at this, it looks like Lopez is the better player, right? Better contact, same gap power, not as much home run power. The eye is the same, and he's better at avoiding K. Yeah, the only thing Peraza does better than Lopez is his home run power. Bit better base runner. I mean, I know we just picked him up, but I have this set on just batters. It's not what I wanted to do. I'm ahead of day. What about now? I mean, I guess I can just... I don't want to DFA Peraza if I can help it. Bring Jordan Hicks back. Yeah, I'm glad that's a move we made. Devin Mann, Austin Martin. Meh. You got anybody on their spring training roster that they might be willing to send to us? Who has options left? That's the key. I picked up Schwarber. Not really. Robbie Ray pitched well for them as a bullpen arm. Ooh. And he wasn't that good last year. Maybe he makes it through waivers. Ugh. It's a little harsh. Feels a little hard to do, but that's okay. All right. So our lineup. All right. So against righties, we will go Meckler batting leadoff, which again, I'm not crazy about. I almost feel like Matos is just the better all-around player. $55.80. Yeah, you know what? Meckler's going to be our 4th outfielder. He's got 65 I, 6 and 55 avoid K. Yeah, Meckler's going to be our 4th outfielder. We're going to go with Matos. Batting leadoff, playing left field. Jung-Hoo Lee in the number 2 spot, out in center. Vlad will bat 3rd and be our DH. Manzardo will bat 4th against righties and play 1st. Yeah, 50. I'm trying to imagine this like the old OOTP rating system. So you've got contact, gap is 65, power's 50. Yeah, so he's 50, 65, 55, 60, 55 against righties. No, I want Nolan Jones batting 4th. I forgot about Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones will bat 4th, play 3rd. That brings Luciano in as the second baseman, batting 5th. Manzardo will bat 6th. Right fielder Dylan Carlson, who's better against lefties, right? Yeah, so that makes sense. Ortega will bat 8th, and Jose Trevino will bat 9th. I don't think that's a terrible lineup. I really don't. Meckler will play every 3rd game against lefties. He'll play every 6th game out in right field. Every 10th game, I guess, at DH. That'll get him a couple of starts a week. Let's copy this lineup, paste it, and then we got to make... Do we have to make changes? I think we do this. We'll move Carlson up. I almost want Manzardo. Well, no, he's still fine against lefties. It's just 50, 60, 50, 55, 50. Yeah, I mean, he's average down the board against lefties. Ortega, not bad against lefties, so we'll move him up to the 7 spot. Jung-Hoo Lee against lefties is fine. Nolan Jones against lefties is fine. He's not great, so do we go like Luciano in the cleanup hole and kind of move him down like that? Matos, Lee, Guerrero, Luciano, Carlson, who's much better against lefties? I think so. Every 5th game, I think we're okay. Otto Lopez, every 5th game there. Ahmed is the backup shortstop when Ortega gets tired. And I think we're good. Do we have anybody on waivers? Waivers has been weird because I got to change the start of the season because it's got the those 2 games in Korea and it just plays those year after year after year. So I need to change those, I think. Because you get those 2 games and then you get like a week off before your first game. So we'll do what we normally do. We will let the AI play out game 1, and then we will come back and I'll sim April offline. Play 500 ball, top 100 prospects. We got Juan Ramirez. Yeah, and we're going to see a lot of international guys in here just because the draft pools haven't been great. And we probably have another year or 2 of draft pools that aren't wonderful. And that's because I started the save before they patched in the kind of improved draft classes, so to speak. So we'll probably have another year or 2 of below average draft classes. But I mean, I was happy with last year's class. I was happy picking up Cam Caminiti as my top pick. I mean, it's a solid player. So I'm not terribly worried about it. But just know that the draft classes, we're not going to see a lot of 75s and 80s in there initially. So, all right. Is there anybody on the waiver wire now, or is it still just my players? Okay, we do have people on the waiver wire now. Interesting. Matt Strahm making $8 million. No. $9 million. No. Bickford, Grove. Let's do it this way. Pitching ratings. Kenyon Middleton, Alex Vesia making 3.3. He's making $3.5 million this year. I mean, not that we need another reliever, but I mean, I would love to take somebody from the Dodgers. What do we have for batters? Nobody great, just our players primarily. Kemp. So if we picked up Vesia, he's another lefty, though. Middleton is a righty, ground ball guy. He was really bad with Houston last year, but was quite good with Kansas City in 25 before they traded him. We'll pass. I think we're okay. All right. Oh, we're playing the Dodgers on opening day. Okay. We'll let the AI do its thing. All right. And then we got to... Oh, I forgot to show you... I deleted it. Shoot. Development. And I can't even remember what happened at this point. We were successful, I want to say, 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, something like that. I deleted the the emails. He refuses to be demoted. All right, so Garrett, we're just going to have to go ahead and release. We'll eat the 1-5. It looks like we're going to get Peraza through waivers, which is good. Player development. Josh Hartle. His movement improved to a 50. All right, he's coming along. I mean, that 65 control is really nice. He's 23 years old already, but he might be a, fourth or fifth starter, which, while not great, is not terrible, I guess. Peraza. All right. Just looking at my minor leagues to see if there are any changes I want to make. Yeah, Ahuna, I don't know that he's ever going to hit. I think he's going to be a bust. Eldridge. He's got some power in his bat, but he's been really bad pitching. Caminiti Adkins. How's Aaron Bede doing? Not good. All right. Okay. We have the Dodgers coming up on 4-3. And we're going up against Yamamoto here in Game 1. So let's go ahead and do that. So Matos, Lee, Vlad, Jones, Luciano, Manzardo, Carlson, Artega, Trevino with Logan Webb on the mound for us. Luis Marcano, who's an international guy this past year. Miguel Vargas, Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Tyler O'Neill, James Outman, Noah Miller, Will Smith, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto going in Game 1 for the Dodgers. Chavez Ravine, opening day. Let's win a baseball game. Mato strikes out, and Yamamoto is hurt, and they got to take him out of the game after one batter. Fly ball hit down the left field line. I think it's a foul ball. Yep. Landon Knack has to come in to replace Yamamoto. Round out to short. And now Vlad strikes out looking. All right. Logan Webb against Marcano. Is that a home run? It sure is. So Marcano, the second pitch he sees in the major leagues, he hits out to right field. 1-0 Dodgers. Now we get a strikeout to Vargas. Shohei with a base hit to center. Mookie pops it up on the infield. Jones is there. And caught stealing is Shohei Ohtani. So they get a run on the leadoff home run. Nolan Jones leads off, and he'll draw a walk. Now Luciano draws a walk, so 2 on, nobody out for Manzardo. Kyle grounds it to the second baseman, and they turn 2. So runner at third with 2 outs for Dylan Carlson, and Carlson to right. That won't get down. We strand a runner at third base. Freddie Freeman now. Grounds out to Luciano. Apparently the entire fire department is driving past my house now. Fly out to left. James Outman bloops a single into right center field. Noah Miller strikes out. We're through 2. We're down 1-0. Artega drops that into right field for a base hit. Do I have... I can't remember. I think I shut... I upped the pitch counts to 110 so that he doesn't get pulled after 4 innings like he did last year on opening day. Trevino pops out. I just got this new wireless charger for my phone. It's like a mouse pad charger. I can't get it to work properly. Anyway, there's a fly out to center by Matos. Now Jung-Hoo Lee strikes out swinging. Will Smith, he strikes out swinging. Now Marcano, he strikes out swinging. And Vargas, as Webb looks to strike out the side. It's a bloop single over the head of the shortstop, Ortega. That'll bring up Ohtani. I'm going to try to steal again. And they're caught dead to rights again. So you keep running on Jose Trevino. Go right ahead. Vlad will lead it off here in the fourth. Vlad to dead center. And it's off the wall, I think. Is that off the wall? It's a leadoff double for Guerrero. Nolan Jones bangs a base hit into right field. Vlad hits third. Will stop there. Runners at the corners for Luciano. Marco to left. Is that going to be deep enough? It doesn't look like it. Nope. Now Manzardo rounds it to second, and he hits into another double play. Runners at the corners, nobody out, can't score. Now Ohtani. Ground ball to the shortstop. Ortega, 6-3 put out. Now Mookie. Mookie to Ortega. It's 2 up, 2 down here in the fourth. And Freddie Freeman. Draws a 2-out walk. Tyler O'Neill. Strikes out swinging. All right, so Webb has settled down nicely. Carlson, Ortega, Trevino here in the fifth. Carlson to center, and the catch is made at the wall. Ortega to right again. This time it's going to hang up, though. Catch made out there, and Trevino. Ground ball to short. And we go 1-2-3. Outman, Miller, Smith for them here in the fifth. Webb hits it to Luciano, 1 away. Noah Miller. Hits it out to center field. Jung-Hoo Lee makes the diving catch to his left. And Will Smith now. That'll get down for a hit. Another base hit to right. Number 9 hitter. Now Marcano. Hits it to right, and another diving catch, this time out in right field by Carlson. We go back up to the top of the order. They bring in Michael Fulmer here in the sixth. We get a leadoff single for Matos. Jung-Hoo Lee, a couple of strikeouts, and he picks up a base hit here. So first and second, nobody out for Guerrero. Vlad smokes it down the left field line. That'll score at least 1. That'll tie the game. Into third goes Lee. He rounds third, and he'll score. And into third base goes Vlad Guerrero with a 2-run double, and we take a 2-1 lead. Nolan Jones as they bring the infield in. Lefty on lefty, and Jones hits a bomb. See ya. Out. They hit that ball out of Dodger Stadium, 443 feet, his first home run of the year, and we are up 4-1. Marco Luciano now to third, and the Dodgers record their first out of the inning. Manzardo lefty on lefty. Doesn't hit into a double play this time. It's an over the head of the center fielder, and that'll be a double for Kyle Manzardo. Now they bring in Caleb Ferguson to face Dylan Carlson. Carlson to third, 2 away. And Ortega now to the right side again. And we pick up 4. So we go to the bottom of the 6th with a 3-run lead now. They've got 2, 3, 4, Vargas, Ohtani, and Betts. There's 1 away. Shohei to first. Couple of ground balls right at Manzardo. And now Mookie. Hit by a pitch. Freddie Freeman. Oh, he's going to try to steal. And they do steal a base here. The 1-2 on Freddie Freeman. Hits it to left. That'll get down for a hit. Is that going to score Betts? Nope. He's going to be held at third. So runners at the corners, 2 outs for Tyler O'Neill. Grounds it to the second baseman. That's going to get through for an infield single, so they get a run back. Outman pinch hit or pinch run walks. Excuse me. There was a pinch runner. Bases are loaded now for Noah Miller. Oh, they bring in Aaron Bummer, and he strikes out Miller to retire the side with the bases loaded. So 5 2/3 from Webb. I will take it. 2 runs, 7 hits. Trevino grounds out to short. Now we're going to hand it off to our presumably elite bullpen. We'll see what happens over the next 3. There's a base hit to center field for Matos. Jung-Hoo Lee on the infield. Is that going to be an infield single? It will. Vlad now. Hits it to third, and there's another double play. That's the 3rd or 4th double play we've hit into already. So it'll be Bummer against Smith, Marcano, and Vargas. Strikes out Smith. Strikes out Marcano. And Vargas hits it to center, but the catch will be made out there. All right, cool. We go to the 8th with a 2-run lead. Nolan Jones leads it off. Strikes out. Luciano draws a walk. They're going to try to steal. And stealing second base is Marco Luciano. And Zardo to right. Catch will be made out there. And wild pitch will send Luciano to third. Will we be able to get him in here? Carlson, full count. He strikes out. All right, so we go to the 8th. We're sticking with Bummer against Ohtani. Shohei hits it to center, and Jung-Hoo Lee is there for the first out. Going against him, leaving him out there to face Mookie, huh? Okay, well, sliding catch is made out and left. And now Trace Sweeney against Aaron Bummer. Hits it to left. Aaron Bummer gave us 2 1/3 shutout innings. I assume we go to Mason Miller in the 9th. We have Ortega, Trevino in the top of the order against Hunter Harvey. That'll hang up. 1 out. Two outs. And Hunter Harvey is hurt. So that's 2 pitchers the Dodgers have had to pull from this game. Gratterall against Matos, and we go in order in the 9th. I assume Mason Miller will come in here. He is. Tyler O'Neill. Strikes out looking. Outman. Base hit to right. Nolan Miller out to center field. It's off the wall. That ball in. 2nd and 3rd. Tying run is at 2nd. Smith is going to tie the game. On an 0-2 pitch. And they're beaten up. Mason Miller here. We're going to lose. Runner steals 2nd. And we lose. They walk it off against our closer in the 9th. That is a bummer. No pun intended. Logan Webb, 5 2/3, 7 hits, 2 runs. He walked 2, struck out 5. Aaron Bummer gave us 2 1/3. Perfect ball. And Mason Miller just absolutely blew it. 5 hits, 3 earned runs in a third of an inning. They end up getting the win, even though Yamamoto threw 4 pitches. Good offensive game. Matos, Lee, Guerrero, and Jones each with 2 hits. Guerrero and Jones each with 2 RBIs. But that 9th inning came back to burn us. All right, so I'm going to pause here. I'm going to skim ahead to the end of April, and we'll be back, and we'll do May together. Be right back. All right, guys, we're back on May 1st, and it was a good April. We finished 15-9. We're tied for first place with the Dodgers, and it's a pretty tight National League West at the moment. As expected, we're being carried by our pitching staff. We're 13th in runs scored, first in runs against, fifth in batting average, sixth in OBP. But otherwise, it's been what you would expect from us offensively and what you would expect from us from a pitching perspective as well. If we look at our offensive stats, start from the bottom. Luciano, Carlson, Ortega, that's a third of our starting lineup, has provided negative WAR through the first month of the season. Luciano's been awful. It's actually gotten better for him. He was 3 for his first 33 for his first 34 or something. He was hitting under 100. So second half of the month has been better, but not good. And he's been terrible defensively as well. I'm not sure what the answer is for Luciano. He's pretty clearly not a second baseman. He's not going to play third base for us. He's, based on how Manzardo's hitting the first month, he's not going to play first base for us. So I don't really know. Dylan Carlson has not been able to follow up his 2.5 WAR, 774 OPS plus season with a similar one. He's signed to a contract's fine. It's nothing. I'm not worried about the contract, but the ratings suggest he should hit better than that. He at least has been a net positive defensively, so he's given us there. Ortega, another bad offensive player who is his own rating's a little low for somebody with a 70 range. I expect that to even out here as the season goes on. But yeah, I was hoping he could give us league average with the bat like he did last year, but so far that's not happening. Jose Trevino, whatever. I don't care what he gives us offensively as long as he continues to pitch like he is. Nick Ahmed has only appeared in 4 games, really. Only has 5 at-bats. Well, we're going to have to do something about that, especially against lefties. It'll start every 4th game against lefties. Jung-Hoo Lee, not a great first month of the season, just 260. Doesn't walk a ton. His eye he's got an average eye. He should be walking more than he is, but not great so far. And his contract that's only another 4 seasons. My guess is the opts out here, so we'll see. Otto Lopez just continuing to do Otto Lopez type things, hitting 350 in the month of April. So I think we made the right decision not sending him down. I think we made the right decision doing what we did with Meckler as well. Sort of protecting him here a little bit. He's given us a 400 OBP. I will take that. And now for the players who are performing. We have exactly 4 of them. Kyle Manzardo, 311, 386, 541, and 927 OPS. He's given us a little bit of pop. If he can hit 20 home runs this year, I'll take it. Vlad has had a great first month of the season. 312, 365, 625 slugging, a 990 OPS. BABIP's not even crazy high, and it's been real. Nolan Jones has been really good, 284, 500 slugging. How's he doing defensively? Been really good defensively as well. And then Luis Matos has been on a tear. These numbers have come down. He was hitting 500 through the first, 3 weeks of the month or something. So we've got 4 bat. We've got a lot of players who are above average so far this year with the bat. You can't really count Ahmed, but Lopez and Meckler, along with Matos, Jones, Guerrero, and Manzardo have done a nice job. And then our pitching has just been electric. Kyle Harrison, already worth 1 WAR. He's got an ERA of 1.84 through 5 starts. Logan Webb is 3-1. Aaron Bummer hasn't given up a run in 11 2/3 innings yet. Mason Miller bounced back. The 3 runs he gave up on opening day are the only 3 runs he's given up all season. I gave up 1 unearned run later on in the year, but he's 1-1. He's got 8 saves. He's been terrific. Griffin Canning has been a nice addition, a 2.17 ERA, but a 4.04 FIP. So you expect that to even out a bit. Luzardo, on the other hand, he's 0-4, but a whip of 1.11, 38 Ks in 29 innings. I think he's just getting unlucky. He's going to be fine. Matthew Boyd has done a nice job out of the pen this year. AJ Puck has been terrific, 19 Ks in 11 innings. Colby Ayard has done a nice job. Zapuki. Really only Spencer Howard, but he's only thrown 2 2/3 innings. Pavetta has done a nice job. Keaton Wynn as our 5th starter hasn't been great, but that's okay. I don't think we're going to make any deals here this month. We're going to run with the team we have and just kind of see how it goes. So let's go to our schedule. We got Arizona followed by Texas, a 9-4 win. That's a good start to the month. Matos 2 for 4. Matos and Lee each with 2 RBIs. Carlson with a nice game. Webb picks up his 4th win. And now, Oakland moved to Austin. That happens. Oh, no, that's Washington. Excuse me. Those are the Nationals. They moved to Austin. All right, so we got a 2-game series against Texas. 7-1 win with Harrison on the mound. Yeah, he's so good. 7 2/3 innings, 6 Ks. We get another home run from Vlad. He drives in 3. Ortega drives in 3. Luciano has that average creeping up towards 200. 9-6 wins. So that's 3 straight to start the month of May. Another home run for Vlad. This time a grand slam. Manzardo is 4th. Jung-Hoo Lee his 2nd. Carlson, that average is creeping up. He's up to 234. Luzardo picks up his 1st win. He's up 5 runs and 8 1/3, but he gets the win. We're off today. Now we get 3 at Austin. 5-4 win in 11. Vlad Guerrero, man. Is that another home run? Yeah, home runs in, 3 straight games? Yeah, 3 straight games. Got 10 RBIs in the last 3 games. Carlson, 3 more hits. 2 hits for Nolan Jones. Has that average up over 300. Canning goes 6. Puck gives up a couple runs. Bummer gets the win. Miller the save. Another win. 5 straight here in May. Dylan Carlson with a 3-run bomb. Wynn picks up his 1st win of the season, pitches well, and our bullpen does what our bullpen does. Final game of the series against Cade Cavalli is a 2-0 win. Vlad Guerrero, another couple hits. Luciano with an RBI. Logan Webb, 8 1/3 shutout. Only struck out 2. He's 5-1. Now we got the Cubs with Lucas Giolito, not the White Sox, the Cubs. Did he get hurt again last year in 2025 with the Red Sox? I don't know. All right, first game in Wrigley. It's an 8-1 win, and we just can't lose right now. We're 22-9. Matos has that average up to 386. 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Jung-Hoo Lee with a home run. Meckler, a couple of hits. Ortega, a couple of hits, 3 runs scored. And Harrison continues to dominate, 1.64 earned run average. Another win, and Luzardo is down for 5 days, but that's okay. Did he pitch long? No, he only pitched 3 innings. Only pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 earned runs. But Howard, Boyd, and Pivetta locked it down for us. Matos, that average is up over 400 now. I'm glad I made the decision to stick him in the starting lineup, making me look like a genius with that 500 on-base percentage. Sanchez goes 4 for 4. And we look for the sweep here. And we get it. We are 24-9. Kyle Manzardo, a couple of hits, couple of RBIs. Griffin Canning improves to 3-0. Miller gets his 11th save, a day off, followed by San Diego. I think the winning streak comes to an end in this series, I'm guessing. Yep, there it is, a 7-1 loss. 6-4 loss. Oof, we get swept by San Diego. That ain't good. Bounce back with a 3-2 victory there. A couple hits from Matos. Guerrero with his 12th home run. Luzardo picks up his 2nd straight victory. Lost 4 out of 5 now. Make it 5 out of 6. 6 out of 7. We can stop losing any time now. There we go. 7-2 victory. Any home runs in this one? Nope. Luciano has that average over 200. Ortega with a couple of hits. Lopez a couple of hits. Harrison's 5-1. Another game against the D-backs. We had a rain out, which is what this one-game series is here. Another 4-3 win. Jones, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Jung-Hoo Lee, a couple of doubles. Luzardo, his 3rd straight victory. And then we got a 1-game series. This is a makeup game against Oakland. Another 4-3 win. So we've rebounded after that, losing 6 out of 7, I think, a little bit. Jones, Luciano, Carlson, all 2 hits and an RBI. Harrison goes 5 2/3, doesn't get the win. Bummer picks up the win. Miller with another save. Now we're back. This time we're at San Diego. Let's see if we can not get swept. There we go, a 3-1 win. Vlad 3 for 4 with an RBI. Win picks up the win. Second game against the Padres is an 8-5 victory. Scored 3 in the 11th. Matos 4 hits. Still no home runs. We're not hitting a lot of home runs. Carlson 2 for 4. Luciano 2 for 6. Webb goes 8, gives up 3. Miller blows the save, but then Bummer comes in, pitches a scoreless inning. Pivetta strikes out the side. We look for the sweep in San Diego, and we don't get it. That's all right. In Houston now. Eight 8-7 victory. Jung-Hoo Lee 4 for 5. Nolan Jones homers. Lee and Jones both homer. He's on pace for 21 and 90. I'll take that for sure. Luzardo's now 4 for 4 and 4. He was 0 and 4. What's that month looked like for him? And the ERA's actually gone up. He's actually pitched worse. Baseball's a weird game, man. He's actually pitched worse in May than he did in April, but he went 4-0 in May and 0-4 in April. Another win. Jung-Hoo Lee homers in back-to-back games. He and Guerrero each with 2 RBIs. Carlson 3 hits. Ortega's starting to pick it up. If he can give us close to league average with the bat, his glove should be good enough to carry him. Huck and Miller combined for 3 shutout and 6 strikeouts. Final game of the series at Houston. 6-1 win. Yes, that's a nice rebound after that losing 6 out of 7. We've played really well here in the second 2 weeks of the month. Trevino, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Guerrero, his 13th home run. He's on pace for 43 and 142. Win gets the win. And I think now we go, it'll be Webb against Freed. It's a 2-1 victory. 2 hits for Vlad, 2 hits for Ortega. Ali Sanchez with a 2-run double in the second inning, and Logan Webb makes that stand up, 6-2. Final game of the month will be Bryce Elder for Atlanta, and I think Harrison for us. And we win again, and we finish 35-16. Nolan Jones 3 for 4, Luciano a couple of RBIs, Harrison 7 shutout, and we're a good baseball team. We are a good baseball team, folks. I don't know that we're good enough to win it all, but we're a good baseball team. Batter of the month in the AL, Tristan Cassius. Acuna in the NL. Oh, no, that's just the player of the week. Ellie De La Cruz is your batter of the month in the National League. Pitcher of the month in the AL, Drew Rasmussen for Tampa. 7-0, 148. And then no surprise, Harrison is the pitcher of the month in the NL. George Valera, rookie of the month in the AL, and Sal Stewart, the rookie of the month in the AL and the NL player development. Boyd gets worse, Ahmed gets worse, Bart gets worse. Yeah, we're okay. None of our big names got worse, so no problems there. So we are still 11th in runs scored, but Yeah, I mean, we've only given up 180 runs in 51 games. Starters ERA of 3.2, bullpen ERA of below 3, and we're average defensively, below average with the bat, and elite pitching, and that leads to a 35-16 record. Offensively, Luis Matos, what's his speed like? Stealing ability, stealing aggressiveness. Let's bump that up a little bit. He's been fantastic, man. 466 on base percentage. Vlad giving us that pop. Good for a WAR. Nolan Jones has been good offensively and defensively. Still defensively. Below average. The zone ratings dipped a bit, but that's okay. Carlson, that bat's come along up to a 738 OPS. Not quite on the same. Well, I guess he is actually on almost the same exact pace. The average is a little bit light, so it's dropping everything else down, but he's not that far removed from last season. Ortega has moved up again defensively. Jung-Hoo Lee, a lot of his value. Oh, no, he's been bad defensively. Wow. Meckler's been fine again as a slap hitter. Manzardo slipped a bit that month, but still on pace for 13 home runs. Otto Lopez has slipped a bit. Ali Sanchez hitting almost 300. Marco Luciano has been terrible. I don't know what the answer is, just out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity. I mean, I guess we could move him. Jared Duran. You know what? There's a... Could pick up Vaughn Grissom. He's not as good offensively, but he's better defensively, and he's got some speed. I mean, there might be something there. I don't want to give up on him. I mean, he's like our one elite, potentially elite prospect. But so I'm not ready to give up on him yet. But we'll see how it goes. We may need to come in with an option here around the trade deadline to just give us something, because right now it's empty. He's not giving us anything offensively or defensively. At least Otto Lopez is hitting a bit, and defensively he's been slightly above average, so he's actually been better. And then pitching, I mean, what can you say? Webb and Harrison, the best 1-2 punch in the game, I think. Both 6-2. Kyle with a sub-2 ERA. Logan Webb sub-3. Aaron Bummer has been worth every penny that we gave him so far. AJ Puck, 40 strikeouts in 24 innings, has been electric. Mason Miller has been really, really good as well. Keaton Wynn settled down, had a nice month of May. Canning, that 3.5 ERA, maybe overshadowed a little bit by the 328 BABIP and the 506 FIP, but overall I'm fine with it. Luzardo, yeah, I mean, he's got a 248 BABIP, so you have to think that he's been closer to this 5 ERA, but still, I mean, 58 innings, 65 Ks, his whip is 1.11. It's actually better than Logan Webb, so just too many home runs, 14 home runs in 58 innings, which for somebody with 55 movement, you have to think will settle down. And then Boyd, Howard, Zapuki, and Pivetta has been okay. They're all averaging a bunch of strikeouts, and maybe Pivetta comes out of this role. I don't want to screw up. I don't want to mess with things too much. I think we'll just stick with what we have. Financially, we've got a little bit of money for this year if we want to make an addition. We've got a lot of money for next season. Anybody that we want to re-sign. I think we let Pivetta walk. I mean, he's been fine for what he is. Maybe if we can bring him back for roughly the same amount. A1's $9 million. That's not going to happen. Ired and Boyd are probably both gone. So there really isn't anybody we have to re-sign. So we are going to have some money. What sort of upcoming free agents are there? Just so we can start thinking ahead. Alvarado and Williams, a couple of high-end relievers. Offensively, Brandon Lau. I mean, he's good with the bat. He's been above average with the glove. Jazz Chisholm, excuse me. He can play second base as well. and not great options here, but there are some. I mean, I wouldn't shy away from replacing Luciano with Lau if that's what needed to happen. I mean, ultimately we might be able to move Marco to first, but if he's not hitting, it doesn't matter. I can't have that line in my lineup, and at a minimum, I need to be shifting him down in the lineup here at least a little bit. Yeah, because I mean the answer is not Oswald Peraza. I mean, even though he's hitting almost 400 in AAA right now, he's not the answer. None of our answers are in AAA. We've got some names down there that can perform, but nothing that is our answer, so to speak. Yeah, it's a shame Alek Thomas didn't work out for us. He's hitting well in AAA, but I don't really have a spot for him on the big league roster now. How's Hartle doing? He's up to a 50 movement, 55 control. He's not pitching great. 338 BABIP. Hopefully that comes down a bit. What about Eldridge this year? Much better. That ERA is down to 4.19. Caminiti, the rookie league hasn't started yet. That starts in a few days. Juan Ramirez was our international guy a year ago. Bolivar was our international guy last year. This guy's 40 overall already. I mean, we may as well. Some of these guys that are 30 and 40 overall, let's move them up to the DSL now. Clear some space to make sure we can sign some other people. Got a good glove. Just clearing out some space. High work ethic, we'll leave him around just because of the high work ethic, and then Cifuentes we can get rid of. All right, so that's going to do it, guys. We're 35 and 16 on June 1st. What do you think the play is? What do we do with Luciano? What other positions do we look to upgrade? I mean, Manzardo hasn't been great, but he's only 25, and the ratings again suggest that he should be a decent bat for us. But yeah, I want to know your thoughts. What do we look to do? What do we look to upgrade? Who do we look to move? Let me know, and we'll be back on July 1st. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.